knowing that our favorite devil is so gosh darn sexy, we wanted to make a list of all the most paused scenes in the series. And boy, do we have some of the juiciest ones. However, you guys should know that we included some of the devil scenes here as well. So here are the 10 most paused Lucifer moments. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10. Chloe and Lucifer's first kiss. We decided to start this list off with a classic. Chloe and Lucifer's love story has been a topic of debate since season 1, and that's why we wanted to include their first kiss on this list. Back then, we all wanted it to happen, so when it finally did, we just couldn't get enough of it. And you know, there was going to be some serious pausing during this passionate moment. Plus, the scenery was great. You see, they were at a beach, and while the waves were splashing on the sandy beaches, Lucifer was pouring his heart out to Chloe, and she couldn't believe Lucifer actually felt that way about her. When he finally admitted that, he smashed that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, he actually admitted that he will stop to attempt at those quote-unquote moments. However, the final statement that swayed Chloe was when Lucifer admitted that she's special, and he's not worthy of her. Although she said, "Yeah, you're probably right," they did share that first passionate kiss. Number 9. Lucifer's wings. The first time Lucifer found his wings was actually one of the more memorable scenes of the series. After all, we did want to know how the Lucifer story would unfold in this brand new series. So when they showed us the wings for the first time, we hit the rewind button and then immediately froze the episode. We just wanted to marvel at the angelic wings of the devil. Hey, that sounded kind of poetic, but maybe that's because it was. Imagine being cast out of your home by your own father, just because of some minor argument or defiance. That's just cruel. And another of those important moments were when Lucifer finally had his wings back. You see, up to that point, we only saw them on display. And still, one of them were actually fake and someone decided to sell them at an auction. But when we finally saw Lucifer wear those heavenly white wings at the end, our jaws simply dropped. It was one of the coolest moments in the entire season.
Are you blind? Thing I've had to tell you.
Number 8. Lucy's excited. This is yet another scene with Lucifer's wings taking the primary spot in the episode. But this time, he doesn't want them. And even though he's tried to cut them off numerous times, just so he could avoid going back to hell, the pesky things are still on his back. And that made one hell of a nude scene. Those pecs and abs were only enhanced by the wingspan of the gorgeous devil. And even though the girl he was trying to sleep with told Lucifer to keep them on, he couldn't bear to be seen with them for one moment. So what did Lucifer do after? Why, he told her to leave, and he tried to cut them off with Maze's blades, of course. Number 7. Lucifer and Chloe's sex scene. Season 5 was cool for several reasons. And aside from the fact that this season gave life to the show, plus Michael's cameo, we did get to see one other thing that we wanted to see for a very long time. It was the scene where Detective Chloe and Lucifer finally slept together. And we mean we were counting down the days when these two would end up together. Season 5 is when it actually happened, and we were all over that pause button. We wanted to savor every moment of this majorly anticipated scene. First of all, the trailer for Season 5 gave us some clues, so we were impatient from the start. And second, we didn't know whether Chloe was going to sleep with Michael or Lucifer, but in the end, she showed us she knows her Lucy. Number 6. The first time Lucifer showed his true face. Remember Season 1? We sure wanted to see what the devil's true face looked like. After all, the name of the show was Lucifer, and he was Satan, right? Well, in the first episode, we only got to see his devilish eyes. Those glaring red pupils that instilled fear into the hearts of men. Yeah, they're the ones. But aside from that, the series didn't show us his true face until the second episode rolled around. And that's when the writers showed us who Lucifer really is. You see, there was a preacher on the streets of LA telling people how the Satan only wants to punish people. And the time is now for people to confess their sins before it's too late. But it was too late. Too late for the preacher. You see, Lucifer was getting tired of him telling all of these lies to the people. So he wanted to give him first-hand experience about how the devil looked and what he did. And that's when he showed us the horrifying red face of Satan. But since it was only for a second or so, but we wanted more. So what did we do? Why, we paused the episode, of course. Number 5. Lucifer's true form. And if we pause the screen when we first saw his face, we're sure as hell going to pause the video when we first see his true form. This happened at the end of season 4. The demons from hell came to Earth and they wanted to crown Charlie as their new king, since Lucifer didn't show up in hell. But I suppose they didn't know the Prince of Darkness had a few words to say against it. And they knew they messed up when the demons went after Chloe. When the demon that possessed Father Kinley thought that he was winning, Lucifer finally showed us his true form. The thundering demon voice, the hellish red skin, and the satanic wings were everything we thought Lucifer looked like in hell. And he did this primarily to save Chloe. And of course, to put the demons in their place. Number 4. Lucifer and Ella nude pool party. Now, this is the scene where we got to see Lucifer and Ella in almost all of their glory. The first scene included Chloe seeing Lucifer and Ella getting into the pool party, and Lucy only had his folded clothes covering his junk. Aside from that, we got to see it all. The pecs, the legs, the abs, and that V line that runs down his hips. Plus, those bulging biceps were a snack to look at. And this wasn't the only scene where we paused the screen. Oh, there were many. The scene was about 4 minutes long, and you can pretty much bet that we wanted to see everything. After all, Lucifer did put in the gym hours. It would be a shame if we didn't get to marvel at his Greek god-like physique. Number 3. The first glory scene. Now, this is one of the very first scenes when we got to see the handsome devil in all of his glory. It was the first time we got to see Lucifer without his clothes, and we sure as hell weren't going to miss anything. Even Chloe took a peek at the amazing Lucifer's bod. Now, she did try to say that what he's doing is inappropriate and that he should stop, but she did took a pretty long look at him before she could utter even a single word. So we take it she liked what she saw, and him being the devil, he was boasting about his great physique, until Chloe handed him clothes to cover himself, hesitantly. That's the key word here, hesitantly. Number 2. Slapping Lucy's butt. Do you see what we mean? Even though she said she wanted their relationship to be strictly professional, she couldn't help but touch that piece of muscle. She saw how good he looked, so in the second season, she decided to see if the quote-unquote goods were as advertised. And for that, she slapped his butt in the middle of the scene. It's not because she had a reason for it. It was like she just wanted to see if those cheeks were just as firm as the first time she saw it in season 1. And by the way, her hand bounced off those pants. We'd say it is. Even though she apologized, we knew she wanted a piece of him.
I was just trying to. May said this morning, you know.
Number 1. Lucifer's butt. And of course, we saved the best for last. This is the scene that made us take a big gulp and then immediately pause the scene. We didn't even care about the gold, the money, and the diamond embroidered crown he gave to the thief. We just remembered the moment he took his pants off. And when we saw that round buttocks from behind, well, you pretty much know what all of us did. And as one fan put it, I legit went, oh damn. As did we. All the other scenes didn't even come close to this one. Even Maze was a little excited. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, which of these scenes did you actually pause? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.